What goes around comes around. Brought to you by JK18 and Lion Boy.
Students at risk while walking in school zones. A new report finds many of them are walking while distracted.
News 12 Long Island's Jessica Borg has a story.
It's what many of us see way
Already.
too often. Teenagers distracted by their
Yeah. Look. Right into a fountain, right?
Here she's walking, she's texting, and goes whoop straight into the fountain.
Oh.
It all went down recently at a mall in Pennsylvania.
The best part might just be her reaction. Just get up and walk away and hope no one.
18-year-old Adonis Durham from Selden says he sees his friends texting and walking in their school zone
All the time.
distracted walking by teen. Is proving to be a major safety concern. A national study by the group Safe Kids Worldwide says it's seeing high numbers of unsafe street crossings in school zones.
Now, if you're on your phone like that, okay, let's just take this as a picture for a minute. If you're on your phone like that, and you're looking down and you're texting, okay, the sidewalk is moving below you as you walk. But as far as a bump in the road, so to speak, coming up, you're not necessarily going to be aware of that because your eyes are on your fucking phone. Now, in a car, things are happening a lot faster. This is why you don't text and drive. But, of course, the story continues.
Report found that 17% of middle school students and 27% of high school students were distracted by using some kind of mobile device while walking. Not surprising to this dad.
I see him all the time. They'll be walking, looking at their phone, trying to cross the street.
It's not just texting while walking that's a problem for teens. The study says walking with headphones on. That's the main culprit.
Now, I had a video on this subject before of how high school students can't cross the street by themselves. And there was a kid, and there he was, on his phone with headphones on. Whoa. What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? You see this? He's got a device in his hand. He's standing off the fucking curb, no less, and was just a moment ago paying attention to his device rather than seeing if a fucking car is gonna take his fucking life. What kind of fucking retard are you?
In fact, 44% of distracted teens were wearing headphones. 31% were texting. 18% were talking on their phone. And 7% were doing a combination of the three.
Now, if you're talking on your phone, I'm willing to discount that because generally you're still kind of looking where you're going. Sure, you might be distracted. You could be in the kitchen boiling pasta or something and talking on the phone, and then the pot starts boiling over because you weren't necessarily paying attention to that. It can and does happen. But, you know, the repercussions of that aren't as severe. Where you're texting, you're in your own little microcosm and you have no semblance of what's going on in the world around you. I find that to be a big problem because if you're so wrapped up in what's on your phone and communicating with other people and talking to them or texting with them to find out what's going on, what they had for lunch, what time they took a shit, how many shits they had that day, if in the case of XJoe81X, things like that. First of all, who the fuck cares? And secondly, isn't the present the most precious thing that you have? Because it's only there, it comes by for a moment, there it is, oh, and it just went. What's happening now is what's important. Not what you're going to do later, not what happened earlier. What's happening at the present, if you're doing something like walking, is important. Now, getting onto the fucking headphones. Well, a lot of times you'll get so wrapped up in the music that you're listening to, or if you're one of those type, you know, listening to that audio book or something like that, you're completely wrapped up in that story. And I think, honestly, the audiobook is even worse because you kind of get blinded by that. Like when you're in your car and you just drove like, 5 or 10 miles, and then you kind of like realize where you are, and you say, "What? How did I do that? Where the fuck was I? How did I actually drive that?" Like you were totally zoned out in a different world, and it happens. But usually when that's occurring, you'll kind of snap out of it in time to take corrective action so you don't crash into anybody.
Logan says listening to music while in a crosswalk is pretty common for teens. She worries about her peers.
They're not paying attention to their surroundings, and sometimes they tune out like sounds, so they don't hear what they're like what's like a car, so a car can easily just come and hit them.
But according to Christy Ladowski, the injury prevention coordinator for Stony Brook Trauma Center, it's a two-way street, so to speak. She says not only are teens distracted in school zones, but drivers too during busy pickup and drop-off times.
Throughout Suffolk County, we do have the 20-mile-per-hour speed limit, but unfortunately, no, not everybody is following that.
Totally on fuckbook. No question. All over that shit. All day.
And making matters worse, the study found that 1 in every 10 drivers in school zones were distracted themselves by a mobile device. So it's really...
I think that's called damned if you do, damned if you don't.
A potentially dangerous situation for everyone. We're at Stony Brook University Hospital tonight. I'm Jessica Borg, News 12, Long Island.
At the hospital. What a fitting place to do the story from, because that's probably where you're going to end up. Don't text and walk. Don't text and drive. Fuck everybody else. They suck anyway, and you fucking know that. Make them fucking wait. Remember, cell phones are not for your convenience, they're for everybody else's convenience. To contact you whenever they want to, not when you're ready to talk or communicate with them. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Sadly, some people still don't care.